Ground Control 204. Black Ops Technology. Welcome back to the bench, guys. Today, we have ourselves a 2970 DX. All right. Now, one thing I want to say here is when I plugged this radio up, Mr. Cunningham, and the fan kicked in on the amplifier section, the fan was making a winding noise. Sometimes it was constant, sometimes it was on and off. So, if anyone hears that noise in this video, or hears a humming noise, that's exactly what it is. It's only going to be in the first portion of this video, if so, okay? Because once I get into it and I break down the amplifier section, I'm going to clean the fan, remove dust, whatever the case may be, all right? So don't shoot me down. And don't shoot down Mr. Cunningham's 2970, okay? Because this thing's about to kick ass. No doubt about it. Anyways, this is a high-powered radio, okay? So, inevitably, we're going to be watching what we do here. The Service Master only has a 100-watt dummy load in it. So today, we're on external dummy load. Andrew Heliax FSJ1 hardline, 1/4-inch hardline. See how that shit just so stiff? It's floating there, man. We're going to go into the 1500-watt dry dummy load, okay? So, inevitably, let's get down to it without any more ratchet jawing. Let me shine some light on the scenario. There we go. 25 watt in reverse. Mic gains all the way down. RF power is all the way down. Very little to no reflect at all. All right, my bad. We're going to come back here. Turn the RF power all the way up. This is reflected power. This is power loss, okay? Now, whether it's in the transceiver, whether it's line loss due to cheap or faulty coax, or maybe an improperly tuned amplifier. That's right. They have input and output circuits that can be improperly tuned and cause power loss, okay? Power loss is anytime that you are transmitting and there's a certain amount of power that's not going back out, it's coming back down into your system, okay? The loss of power means heat, okay? There's no such thing as a perfect electronic device. Phone, CB radio, ham radio, nothing, no electronic circuit is perfect. There's always going to be some type of loss somewhere, and that loss comes back and just generates heat. So you always want a minimum amount of reflected power at all times, okay? Now, RF power is all the way up. Come back to the reflect meter, 25 watts in reverse. Okay, so the more power we generated, the more reflect we have right there. I'm pretty sure I can get that down. That's maybe like 3/4 of a watt, close to a watt of reflect. Okay. Now, we're going to come back here. RF power all the way down. Mic gains all the way down. All right. There's your carrier on the O-scope. There's your dead key. Not much reflect there, huh? 0.1 at an SWR of 1.2. Of course, it's a dummy load, so damn near perfect antenna scenario. All right, you got about 11 watts, almost 12 watt dead key on the low side. Just got about a 12-minute warm-up period. These microprocess controlled frequency counters are very sensitive, so you never worry about that shit bouncing back and forth like it does. That's why it stays true there, okay? And it's pretty much true there. That little intermittent shift in between those last digits, it's so quick and so fast. The radio doesn't even the radio doesn't even notice it. You understand what I'm saying? Let alone a person, whether they're transmitting or receiving. Okay? Come back here. RF power all the way up. Shine some light on it. Okay. RF power all the way up. Gonna key up. Reflect jumped up to about 1.1 watts of reflect. On a 65 watt dead key, that's not bad at all, but we definitely want to try to get that down to 0.5, 0.4 if need be, if possible. Okay. Now, RF power is all the way down. 25 watts in reverse. We'll keep that there. 50 watts forward and 100 watt forward. This is actually on average instead of peak. Okay, see? Now it's on average, okay? And it is on forward. We're still going through the external dummy load. We're going to modulate, okay? There's that 11 watt dead key, almost 12 watt dead key. This radio's still warming up though, I think, man. 12 minutes, I don't think it's really enough. It's an RCI, same as a Galaxy, same as a Ranger, man. They call for some really nice warm-up times, man, for everything to get stabilized within the radio. We're going to modulate now, guys, all right? So watch this peak meter. This is a 1,500 watt automatic peak reading meter, okay? Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on. Got ahead of myself. Let's turn the mic gain up. That's going to work, okay? My bad, guys. Shit. Got all excited there and didn't see no peak. There goes that 11 watts. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, average swing of 70 watts. Okay. Audio breaker. One more time. Audio check one more time. Break. All right. So she's dead keying on the low side. You know, almost 12 watts, about 11 watts. You can't drive nothing with that. Okay? You can't drive nothing with that 11 watt dead key, man. To be honest with you. All right. We're gonna get this tuned out just like we tuned out your 2970 N2. You know, I really think that would be suffice. Yeah, we'll set this up for a high drive amplifier if need be. Okay, you can't drive a low drive amplifier with this. All right, well, the veterans know and the knowledgeable ones know. You know, you're gonna let out the magic dust or magic smoke or whatever the fuck y'all call it, man. But anyways, it's a peak setting of about 205 watts there. All right, RF power low. You got 11 watts swinging about 205, 206. Okay, so we're gonna crank it up. On the high side of RF power, you got about almost 65 watts, 66 watts there. Audio. About 203 peak. That's not bad. Audio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 207 watts peak. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio break. About 150 average swing. And as you see, audio, look at that reflect jumped up. Audio, about 3.2 watts of reflect there. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do, Mr. Gunningham, is if you look at your case is kind of rough. I'm pretty sure I have some products that's going to clean this. Yes. And I might have a product to get this polished up, filled in, and looking better. So we're going to try on that. All right. Now, you know, this is more of a technical service here. So if I can't get that out or clean that up, my apologies. More than likely, there's nothing that can be done with it other than spray painting it or getting a light powder coat or, you know, or whatever the case may be. All right. So without further ado, we'll be back. Hold on to something. All right, guys, I'm clipping back in. Had to take care of a service call. RF power is all the way down. Mic gain is all the way up. All right. Let's check it out on the old scope. We're going to set you down right here. Nice and easy. There we go. Mic gain is out. Oh, well, we'll set it at 11 o'clock. Let's set it at 11 o'clock. All right. RF power all the way down. Your Ranger SRA 198. All right. 1 kilohertz tone coming up. Yowzers. Oh, man. All right, you see it. For those of you guys who are a serious subscriber, you already know that means funky monkey, okay? This is not what you want to be using on an everyday basis, man. Not at all. It blows these radios up. It really does. Eventually something's gonna get smoked, okay? And that's not good at all. Hopefully nothing's clipped. That's what I'm hoping. When I see a carrier like this, you know, it's not quite pinched and it's not quite dead, flatlined. Some fucking weird ass fucking abnormal harmonic spike there. Yeah. It's a possibility these trap coils, the 54 megahertz trap coils might be spread, but I don't know. There's only one way to find out, man. Okay? And we're going to have to get her open. That's the whole point of the video. Getting her cracked open, man. Okay? There you go. It's a nice close-up of it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not flat topping, so it's not clipping. But you have terrible, terrible positive envelopes, man. The roll-offs are fucking disgusting. Okay? So we're going to get this squared away. We'll be back. Ground control, cleaning up the airwaves. And we're back, man. Mr. Cunningham. You got a few little boo-boos here. They actually kind of spread that. That gap is not supposed to be there like that. Actually should be tight with all the rest of the coils. So this one was spread, that one was spread, but not too terrible, okay? They actually just started out on the outer ring, the outer coil, and spread it once. So it hasn't been hacked up. This radio hasn't been clipped. Okay, the modulation pot is just wide the hell open. And of course, it just showed you a few of the 54 megahertz trap coils, or, you know, lightly spread just a little bit. So thank you again for bringing me another fine radio to correct and to upgrade. I appreciate it. Your other 2970, which was the N2, was also one of the cleanest radios that I had in here. that 2970 into, I think you said Smoking Joe's 442 build worked on that one. I'm not sure. So guys, don't hold me to that. Maybe Mr. Cunningham will come up on the comments and correct me whether that's right or wrong. All right. So anyways, the voltage regulator back there, we might pull that. Your mini, we're definitely going to pull that. And your finals. Yeah, we're definitely going to pull that. All right. We're going to pull the driver, the final, and we're going to add some thermal paste to it. Okay. I'm actually, let me look, see if I can zoom in with the camera and see better. That's a pretty good zoom. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and put some thermal paste behind that voltage regulator as well. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. So not much work here cut out for me. We're going to put a ferrite here, get some impedance on these amplifier lines. All right. Not too much work here cut out for me. Not much to speak on, man. Y'all have already seen the, the tune, of course it's overmodulated. It's got a pinch carrier, a little bit of, I don't know what kind of intermittent distortion that might have been on the carrier. I talked about it previously in the video, but I don't know. Well, now let me get my services down and let's get her back and stroking correctly, man. Y'all might know what I'm about to say. Let's get down to business. And the process continues. All right. Let me get my handy dandy poker. Got your big mix 43 ferrite on your leads. Come from your amplifier board. Okay. We took the RF shield off. It's actually just sitting right there. And what we're going to do too, because the RF shield does get hot, we're going to put a little paste here because it does bolt down to your heat sink. So that's going to allow the RF shield, while it's on the radio, to transfer heat to the heat sink. Any heat that comes through this, it'll transfer to that heat sink better. So a little bit of thermal paste here, guys, will never hurt for your RF shield. If you can, because I've already pulled the board off, I contact cleaned the speaker and everything. You can tell I thermal paste, new thermal paste your FET right here. All right. And if you can look down in there, I should have kept the board off before I got into a new segment. If we can focus. There, right there. Got your 2 pills, your 2 transistors, brand new thermal paste as well. Okay, now this is your amplifier section, and it consists of 2 SD 1446s. Okay, which are, your basic low drive amplifier. All right. So hopefully we contact clean that fan underneath here good enough, and we're not going to have any more noise out of it. All right. So yeah, let me get everything back together again, and we'll flip her around and show her back on the modulation on the oscope, the test bench. That's right. All right. All right, man. Shoo, that's too many all rights in one little sentence, but it's been a hectic week for me, guys. It really has been. I've been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, unfortunately. But we're getting there. We're getting things done. We're keeping things in line with the full-time job and my part-time business here at Black Ops Technology. All right, let me get everything put back on, man, and we'll be back. Hold on to something. All right, we finally caught the fan making the damn noise on video. This is after I contact cleaned it, did all my work. I even got your cases looking a lot better. Got your knobs looking a little bit more better. We'll dry them out one more time. They're still drying, but we'll dry them out one more time before we ship it. It pisses me off. I can't. It sounds like the fan wants to wind down and stop eventually now. Aaron, I do not have a mini fan. There we go. The fan stopped. I do not have a mini fan in stock. This is not your 120 millimeter fan that's in your amplifiers, okay? Like this right here. Those are 120 millimeter fans. I got big ass hands. Look at that. All right. This right here is far smaller than a 120 millimeter DC fan. I don't have none of these in stock, brother. I tried contact cleaner. I got all the dust out. I got it from boogered up, and it's still making the noise. So what it tells me that it is a brushless fan, but something's not balanced right in it, and one of those fan blades are kind of like hitting the frame of the fan. Dude, if I would get one, the radio would be here another 2 weeks. Okay? I'm not going to have you wait on it. This fan doesn't do it all the time. I tried my best to fix it. It's still making a little bit of noise. Hopefully, if you run it and you keep running it, the fan will eventually balance itself back out and it won't hit its own frame no more. Okay? I remember you told me that this has been in a closet for a long time and it hasn't been used a lot. Okay? So, I just wanted to clip in real quick and do that. Now, let me get my hands tidied up. I still got a lot of cleaning products on it, and then we'll cut back in and we'll show you everything on the test equipment. I just wanted to clip in. Finally, when I turned the radio back on, the fan was making the noise. So I wanted to get that in there. Okay? So you know exactly what you're hearing if that fan makes that noise when it gets back to you. All right? I tried my very best with it. I apologize. I just don't have none of those in stock, man. All right, hold on to something, man. And the final segment's coming up. All right, guys, and we're back. Check out the old scope, okay? 1 kilohertz tone coming up. Beautiful modulation, man. Beautiful modulation. So we'll run up here real quick and cut the light off. Boom. All right. She's back to being spiffy, man. Not only do we have her cleaned up on the outside, but we have her cleaned up on the inside. No doubt about it. Now, come over here. And RF power is all the way down. Look at that, 0.0 reflect now. Some high drive wattage right there. About 5 watts, 5.2 watts. Now we're going to modulate. Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 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 These MFJ model 826B microprocess controlled digital peak meter damn near as accurate, if not as accurate, as the Real Bird Pep Kit. It's fucking badass. Love these little things. Audio. Yeah. Audio. So you got yourself an average of about 230 watts peak. Okay, an average of 230 watts peak RF power all the way down. So you got yourself about a 5-watt dead key. Let her balance out. Audio. About 230. 250 peak. Average about 230. Okay, average swing 230 watts. Max peak probably about 250. All right. We're gonna roll the RF power all the way up. We're gonna cut the mic gain all the way down so we can just see some dead key there. Look at the reflect, 0.4. All right, so you got about a 30-watt dead key. On the high side, we're gonna come back, turn the mic gain all the way up. Now let's watch some modulation. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Audio check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 240 peak on the high side. See, you got about a 30-watt dead key. All right. This thing is stroking. It's done. The receive, negative 119 down. Finals, repasted with thermal paste. Voltage regulator, repasted. Fan contact cleaned. SD 1446 transistors, added more thermal paste. Your MOSFET on your amp board, added more thermal paste. And we added some thermal paste on the bottom of the RF shield where it mounts to the heat sink. Because that RF shield on top of that amplifier is there to safeguard any RFI coming from the amplifier and interacting with the board of the radio. It does tend to produce some heat. So if you put some heat, some thermal paste on the bottom where it mounts to the heat sink, it'll make sure that RF shield doesn't get as hot as it would from the manufacturer. Okay, it'll dissipate that heat to the heat sink instead of the body of the RF shield. She's rocking on AM. She's rocking on sideband. This thing is done. It's coming back to you. If you want to rewind the video, you guys, and see how it looked, we got her stroking. All right, this is a QRO. This is a high-powered radio. 6-watt dead key on the low side. You could drive a damn 12 pill. Easy, no problem. Completely subtract the baby driver, okay? So 6-watt dead key on the low side, about 250 max peak when you modulate. Hey, guys, ground control, 204, cleaning up the airwaves. Give me a thumbs up, share my content, and be on the side. Be looking out, because there's always more content to come. And this is another one in the making, yet again. 73's out there, YouTube land, and we're gone. Gone, gone, gone.